Okay, 124, Vivian Paley. Okay. Why not just buy a fleet of helicopters for the classroom, Trish suggests, pouring out her coffee. We haven't finished cleaning up, but she is eager to talk about Jason's helicopter questions. So we bring our thermoses to a clean table. But Trish, if we do that, aren't we sidestepping the issue? Gail asks. By the way, Vivian, how is it we don't have a helicopter or two? Well, we had several last year and they all got broken, but there are two little planes in the box and no one plays with them. What issue would we be sidestepping? Well, wouldn't this be a case of stepping in with the solution before we know the problem? Right, look what happened to music. Did Jason have to leave the group when they all pretended to be helicopters? That surprised me too. He seemed overwhelmed. And I was so sure my helicopter song would make him happy. You know, most of my ideas don't work with Jason. He either takes his clues from the children, or figure things out for himself. Why don't we just wait and see what Jason does on his own? Trish proposes. He must have his own reasons for asking people if they have helicopters. And it is his question, not ours. Something really bothers me, Gail says suddenly. Why can't Jason just keep the helicopter fantasy to himself? Does it really matter? I think it does, I respond quickly, because it's possible that Jason misunderstands the fantasy reality issue and that his helicopter play is merely the way he reveals the confusion. I mean, what if Jason is afraid to allow someone into his fantasy for the same reason he worries about playing along with another child's fantasy? Once you get in, you can't get out. And the other child might gain control over him or frighten him, and he wouldn't be able to fly back to a safe place. Or even take away his helicopter. Trish and Gail spill over with possibilities. It's sort of mystical, isn't it? Gail asks. Sure, children are mystical. Let's keep watching Jason and see if we can pinpoint some of these misunderstandings. For instance, yesterday he made a squirrel hole out of the crates upstairs. Whenever Simon approached, Jason pretended it was a helicopter house. But if anyone came near, he called it a squirrel hole. Why? Well, the squirrel hole image is Simon's. Isn't Jason revealing a fear of taking another child's fantasy? Like stealing his shadow or his soul? Trish ponders her own idea for a while, then blurts out, "But this is impossible. Will I have to analyze 24 or more children this way when I have my own class? I'll have no time for anything else." But Trish, the teacher doesn't do all the work, I remind her, and she winks at Gail. I am about to embark upon one of my favorite subjects. The children correct one another's misconceptions all the time while they play and work and talk and act in each other's stories. It's only when a classroom is set up to isolate children that the teacher is required to make all the connections. Obviously, an impossible task. The next morning, I do seem to capture a moment of truth when I realize that Jason doesn't really know the relationship between the stories we dictate and those we act out in the classroom, in the story room. In the middle of Samantha's story, Jason says to me, I'm in my story being a helicopter and someone else is going to be a helicopter. He doesn't attempt to enter Samantha's story. He speaks as if he has just sat down at the story table to dictate his own story. But Jason, look, I say, pointing to the stage, we're in the middle of Samantha's story. Well, where's mine? You didn't do one today. I did. I'm a helicopter in it. I did it. Don't worry, Jason. You thought it in your head. Probably you were too busy to tell me. I'm telling you all the time, he complains, and you always tell me not to. I'll remind you tomorrow, Jason, I promise. Once again, Jason demonstrates the exact point at which he is blocked. Others, similarly troubled, keep going as if they understand, waiting for time and experience to sort out each new layer of doubt. But Jason wants to clear up the mistakes before moving ahead. Merely saying to Jason, tell me your story and I'll write it down so he can act it out, doesn't inform either one of us of what he knows about the process or of how long it will take him to learn. Children do not appear with printed calendars as on packets of seeds to advise us when a given concept will germinate for them and then burst into a flower. If I'm eager to discover how Jason clarifies his view of storytelling, I must patiently watch and listen. My guess is that the insights he requires will emerge indirectly and not while he is dictating a story. But no one can tell where the moments of truth lie for one person or even for oneself. It's time to go to bed, Dad, Lily tells Eli. First, don't we watch TV a little bit in the night? And then it wakes the baby. Yeah, let's do that. How odd this is considered an exciting plot. No adult would suggest these events as the focus of a good piece of theater. But we need a kid that wakes up Edward. Edward is telephoning. I'm the police. You have to call me. Get Jason. He's just painting. Jason, come here. Uncharacteristically, Jason answers the call, perhaps because Lily is speaking. What do you want? We need a kid, Jason, Eli says, or a doll. No doll. We need a real baby. Or you could be a kid. Okay, Jason? She gently lowers a bib over Jason's head, and he doesn't object. There, lie down, small child. And I have to put a pretty dress on, and then the dad and the mom watch TV, and then the baby cries because we waked you up. Lily and Eli push 2 chairs together and stare at a picture on the wall. Suddenly, Eli jumps up and turns an imaginary knob. It's loud now, Mom. Cried Jason. It wakes you up. Wah, wah, wah. Sorry, baby. We'll make it soft. Good night. Go back to sleep. Jason closes his eyes, and in a few minutes, the drama is repeated. Wah, wah, wah. Jason performs his role perfectly. It is immensely satisfying for him and the others as they retrace each step. Sit down, watch TV, turn it louder, make the baby cry, apologize, turn it down, begin again. After 4 or 5 repetitions, it is time for an extension of the plot. Did you call the police, Edward says? I'm on the phone for you to call me. Lily immediately dials the other telephone. Police, police! Someone's waking the baby. Who is it? Maybe a robber? We saw him on TV. Okay, call me again if he wakes up the baby. Now a routine begins. Watch TV, point to the robber on the TV set, call the police to report that the robber is waking the baby, return to the TV set. Here is a clearly organized lesson in group fantasy play for Jason to study. The characters are named, the sequence of events is described in advance and precisely followed. The pattern is repeated. So must be the way Jason will learn to fit his helicopter into society through rhythmic little echo plays that are not too dissimilar from the game of broken blades and fixed blades that he invented for himself. True, Simon and Joseph have been suggesting ideas all along, but apparently Jason lacked the practice in this art form to adapt their wider-ranging variations to his own play. The doll corner is a good place for the novice, with its soothing, repetitive domestic routines. But Jason prefers the more private vantage point of his helicopter house, just as Simon once needed his squirrel hole. This hole is caving in, Simon calls out. I'll call the police, Jason responds to Simon's surprise. Helicopter police? Jason pretends to dial. Helicopter police, answer the phone, 678. Tell them, I'm caving in. He's caving in, never mind. I dug myself out. Oh, this hole's caving in again. Oh, help. Helicopter police, answer the phone. He's caving in. Jason dials rapidly. Never mind, I dug myself out. I want to cheer and shout. You've got it. You really got it. The helicopter has heard a cry of distress and called for help. No matter how deep the hole or high the wall, the voices of other children will penetrate. The children's manipulation of one another's play provokes a genuine self-awareness that the adult cannot emulate now that Jason is on his way. There is so much to learn. Alex is in a teasing mood that don't even look like a helicopter, Jason. Jason collects his breath for a scream, then changes his mind. It is a helicopter. Then why aren't you in the sky? Ha ha. This is where I sit, Jason replies, perplexed. You're not in the sky. Nah. But I'm in this gummy bear plane I'm in can fly better than you. Surprisingly, Jason laughs. This is a stupid helicopter. A stupid nothing, he says, trying to ingratiate himself as he did with Yiddle. Alex accepts Jason's good-natured response and offers one of his own. Hey, Jason, you're flying way up there. Wow, you're really high up. Samantha, look up, Jason. Look at Jason up in the sky. Meow, meow. Samantha licks her paws. Meow, meow. I'm a kitty now. Meow, meow. It's a kitty airport, Jason says eagerly. Yeah, a kitty airport for Kitten Samantha. Where's Kitty? Samantha is momentarily puzzled. This is a new Jason. She is not entirely sure how to react. Then she trusts her instincts. Meow, meow. Here's your kitty. Where's Kitty? Jason repeats. Here, kitty, kitty. He removes 2 blocks to create a door for Samantha. Here, kitty, kitty, where's Kitty, he calls. Meow, meow, here's your kitty, Samantha purrs. She crawls between and around the blocks of the heliport as Jason strokes her hair. This is as good a doll corner scene as anyone has devised, and Jason needs no one's advice on how to extend the plot. Meow, meow. Jason bends down to whisper, okay, the lady isn't going to lock you out. If you get out, I'll put you back in. Here, kitty, meow, meow. Uh-oh, the lady locked you out. Here's Kitty. I'll put you back in. Here, kitty, kitty, meow, meow. Later, when Jason sits beside me to tell me the story, I cannot resist saying, I wonder if you'll have a kitty in your story. No, he responds, surprised. I heard you and Samantha playing kitty before. No, he does not intend to discuss his experience or put it into a story. There goes the helicopter. He begins up, up, up in the sky, and the blades are so fast, the helicopter is so fast, and it will never land. The end. At going home time, Jason pulls his jacket off the hook and tells me, there's a baby in my tummy, like Mommy had. The baby has a cubby inside. The lady lets her out. We cannot uncover every thought that influences a child, nor is it necessary. The connections between one event and another will be made in the process of living at home and at school. In both places, the adult who listens and responds to what the child says can be an important guide. But the children themselves will unlock or lock, if need be, the doors to their secrets as they play and out their scenes, and the images in their minds will be adapted to the people and events around them. Who's my friend, Jason asks. Is it Samantha? She's my kitty friend. The mother kitty? She can't because I let her in. She doesn't let me in. Are you the big kitty? No, I'm a big person. I'm 8. So what, Jason? Alex interjects. My brother is 9. So what? My brother is 10, Jason replies. He doesn't have a brother, but he's learning how to play an important game. What would we talk about without Jason? Gail asks me when I report the latest conversation. Now wait. I'll bet if we kept a record, we'd find that we speak just as often about Samantha and Alex and Simon and the others. Well, if we do, Trish laughs. It's mainly because you're always proving to us that they do the same things Jason does, only in different ways. By the way, speaking of Samantha, Trish says, why does she like Jason so much? There are others who will gladly be her baby. Why Jason? Yeah, I wonder about that too, Gail nods. She's almost 5 and a leader, certainly of the big girls. Why Jason? Why meow, meow, meow? Why grow, why bruh? The 3 of us burst out laughing, and Trish begins to dance around the table in response. Gail winds up her arms and helicopters through the room while I drop to my knees, meowing. My colleagues converge upon me and begin rubbing my neck, murmuring, hey, where's Kitty? Here's Kitty. Nice Kitty. Whew, that felt good, Gail sighs, stretching out on the floor. So that's why they keep it up all morning. I'll bet we can't understand the half of it, I say, sitting up suddenly. Hey, you know what? Most children start school with, here, kitty, meow, meow, and then gradually expose their discontents. Jason does it the other way. It's taken him months to work up to, here, kitty, meow, meow. First, as he's told us many times, he needed to make his mistakes. You're going to laugh at me, Trish says. I'm the same way, really. I've spent 6 months doing everything wrong. But lately, I'm feeling a little bit, here, kitty, meow, meow. Oh, how nice, I say. Me too. Only make that years, not months. Believe me, I've had my own helicopter houses. Like what? Well, Jason's helicopter house has kept him insulated from the fantasies of others, and the drills and tests served that purpose for me in the early years. What do you think happened to the children's fantasies when you were like that? I think they were always there waiting to be activated, and I just didn't take advantage of them. The children played them out, and I wasn't listening. Their main subject never became part of the school curriculum.